So the South Vancouver Migrant Workers Empowerment Circle Initiative is a groundbreaking initiative, very innovative, holistic, and solution-based model that addresses the needs of the urban migrant workers and help bridge the service delivery gap. So the model of this initiative is very unique and highlights 4 fundamental principles that shapes the whole program. So the first is responsive to the community. The second is focuses on integrated wellness with restorative justice practice. The third is emphasizes inclusive backgrounds. And the fourth is the partnerships and collaboration. This program has been in operation from 2019 to 2020, which is the first phase of the program, focused on helping the migrant workers building their personal strength, educating, and helping connect with other migrant workers. So this program, when we started at the first phase, we had an approximate idea of reaching out to max 200 people. But this program reached out to 1,810 migrant workers. Therefore, the second phase we have launched, which was in 2020 to 2021, and it is a scaled up, and it is a wider expansion of the whole program. So now what we have added is learning English. Another one is access to technology, which is a one more added of the 4 fundamental principles from the phase 1. So basically we have 6 foundational principles now in the scale up from 2020 to 2021. The intended clients of the programs, I would say, starting in 2019, were only the migrant workers living in South Vancouver, and majority of them were caregivers. But now the second phase, which is the scale up, the program from 2020 to 2021, the intended migrant workers is diverse. So migrant workers from various industries can access the program, but mostly who are under LMIA. There are many migrant workers actually who are under the open work permit. They are also referred to the other programs of the neighborhood house within and as well as external agencies as well. There are many intended outcomes of the programs: increased knowledge of temporary foreign workers' employment interest, increase their confidence and successfully securing employment in the field of interest. Another intended outcome is restoring their relationship with their family members if it has been broken. Also able to have regular food for themselves and their families. Another is gaining leadership skills and be a peer mentors for other migrant workers. There is also another overall outcome is helping them understand the employment standards and regulations in Canada, and also supporting employers' capacity to comply with the temporary foreign workers program conditions. The other one is also giving them the information of the various community resources and opportunity to also meet other migrant workers in the area and beyond. And the last, but not the least, is very important now, which is access to technology and helping the migrant workers to actually have a sense of control in their life and their ability to bring changes in their own lives and with their families as well. How this program works is like it has steps. So for example, if your migrant worker is coming, the first step is actually we do initial assessment, and it is the whole categories that we have developed, like personal well-being, employment related, any other conflict resolutions, like different categories we have. They ask questions and they dig deeper what is the need, and then they refer to the other segments of the program. So for example, if someone really needed for employment support, they send it to the program activities, the one with the employmentership program, which is very unique for migrant workers and helping. If there is a conflict, for example, if there is migrant workers is facing employment related challenges and conflict, so the staff act as definitely an intermediary to connect with the external resources. And then once the external resources understand what's the need of the migrant workers, then the staff actually let them handle it because they are the expert in the related field. The program draws in and attract clients through our very robust outreach strategy. We have a program called Peer Navigators. So these are a group of migrant workers who speaks various languages and who would like to volunteer for our program. They actually are trained in leadership role, intercultural communication, and then they are able to reach out in their own respective communities to talk about the program. And they are the pool of volunteers who speaks English very well. They were able to actually come into the program and help translate and interpret as well. So that really helped to create accessibility for the migrant workers. The challenges that we faced during the COVID is one of the major was we had designed this program more face-to-face sessions than virtual. But with the current pandemic situation, we had to make a quick change of the mode of the program delivery. And all sessions were moved into the virtual platform. So now access to technology, equipment, and knowledge became a high need and one of the challenge for the many migrant workers. Since many of the migrant workers do not have access to computer in their homes, nor do they have a lot of technical related knowledge, which is needed for this program to also access and get connected with other migrant workers. We worked with a local tech support organization in partnership to buy and distribute refurbished laptops or computers to the migrant workers. And these are distributed for free. Everyone have those access to the computers, but we also offered some of the technical knowledge to support the migrant workers to how to actually access the programs through those computers. Another partnership we have dealt with the churches, local churches, that with them we are offering the food distribution program. The food distribution program with the local church allowed them to have access to healthy food and for themselves and for the families. So we use the tools like the feedback forms, the surveys, focus groups, interviews, and one-on-one interviews as well. We also do take a lot of observational notes of the sessions. Our various ways we do surveys. First, for the participants. So the project staff, for each session, they send out surveys to get the feedback from the participants. Then we also do, once this whole program finishes, like quarterly, that surveys is also sent it out participants for overall impact of that one particular program. And then we also do surveys with the volunteers. We also do surveys also with the staff for the impact assessment. One of the major impact now we can see is having with the technology access the program, that whoever has access those computers, free computers, they were able to actually successfully fill up forms for their, for example, like for EI, for example, for any other immigration related forms, child benefits, and then CERB, etc. And many of them have received those. So I would say it's a huge impact that they were able to have a little bit of a financial stability having a computer. Some of the impact through this project is a very strong overall increase of knowledge of employment related interest, increase in the confidence of the migrant workers to look into the various other job opportunities, and also some of them are able to secure employment as well. There is also an increase of knowledge around the employment standards, acts and regulations in BC, and many of the migrant workers were able to actually speak with their employers previously where they were scared and or not knowing enough, did not have the confidence to speak with the employers. snapshot of the responses that we found from the participants are one of the participants said, being isolated in my workplace, listening to others with similar issues to me, I learned that I'm not alone as migrant worker. Another participant said that through this project, I was referred to right financial resources, which I had no knowledge, and could start working on my debts, which was a huge relief for myself and for my mental health. One of the participants said that I truly hope that this project continues at the neighborhood house, not only for myself, but for all the migrant workers.
My name is Ethel Noche. I'm from Philippines, and I came here in 2017, October. And before working here, I've been working at Singapore for 2.5 years. And I came here as temporary foreign workers under LMAA. Challenges here in Canada, there's some challenges for me right now, especially this situation. For me, the first is for being away from my family and being laid off during this pandemic. It's really it's hard for me for this time, and I think also my PR application struggle. It's a really big help, this program. My friends introduced me this organization, SBNH. So that time, I really need that help. We are underwent many webinars, including the one of their programs is like a mental wellness program. It's really helped us. For that programs, I it's give me encouragement and to go far from what we had right now. So yeah, and meet some friends, make me busy, and talk someone sometimes. So that's really big help. And another thing is about us being a laid off. So while my application as processed, I thought being implied because I already passed my application for my PR application. So I thought I'll be safe for my status as implied. So, but my PR application encountered some documents problems. So for that, they have programs that give us some like webinars also that we can speak IRCC speaker. So we know that there's a chance, there's a way for our situation, especially for the PR application. Because I'm really thankful for the organization, especially this situation. It's really helped us.
This type of program model actually is very focused for clienteles who are impermanent in Canada. The major three groups are migrant workers, refugee claimants, and the international students. Even though each group is very unique, their need is very unique based on their immigration status, but there are some of the elements can actually transfer to those groups through this program outline as well as the values of the program. One of the advice I can share is bringing in the concept of digital inclusion in the program and address the digital gap would be a great way to move forward with the program. This can be delivered through face-to-face and virtually. If the program has enough budget to offer to buy computers to give away to the migrant workers, that would really help the migrant workers to access this program. Migrant workers make up a significant portion of the labor force. They really do critical work, care for the families, sustain the agricultural sector, support the many businesses in service, hospitality, construction, manufacturing sectors. Therefore, to have a holistic program for them and create a sense of belonging and a space for them is a way forward for the community.